All right, welcome back to Stopping the Who. James Roguski is here with an update on what's going on with the WHO. James?
Well, they're up there, their shenanigans. They keep negotiating for the pandemic treaty. And so starting on Monday, the 9th, which is already passed, obviously, until the 20th of September, they will be busy working on their negotiations for the proposed pandemic treaty. One of the things that they mentioned, which, is a legitimate statement, they would really like to finish this all and have a special session of the um, World Health Assembly. They meet once a year, but they can call a special session. And they want to do that before the end of the year. But they noted that in order to make that happen, they're going to have to reach a final agreement by November 12th, which is coming up, pretty quickly. That's, like a week after the elections and so forth. And so, boy, I have my fingers crossed. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to reach such an agreement, but stranger things have certainly happened in the future. Um, they've had a number of meetings with what they call interactive dialogues. We the people did not get to interact. They had some of their, experts discuss these various issues, mainly arguing about who's going to get the benefits when they find a new pathogen, their pathogen access and benefit sharing system. So I'll give you the link, Dave. It's very simple. It's Intergovernmental Negotiating Bodies website. It's INB, IN as in Nancy, INB .who.int. You can see all their videos, all their documents. People can read the treaty and see what's there. And, it makes for a very, very, very good sedative. If you're all riled up because of politics and you need to relax and go to sleep, just read a page or two of the pandemic treaty, puts you right out. But, just to let everyone know that that is continuing. And so I'll shift gears. That's what's going on these 2 weeks with the WHO. And then immediately following that, on the 21st of September, it's International Peace Day. So hopefully everyone around the world will lay down their arms and we can all live in peace. To be followed by the 22nd and the 23rd of September, which is the Summit for the Future, or Summit of the Future. And the rumor mill, this has been published on non-official websites. There's three documents involved: the Pact for the Future, the Declaration on Future Generations, and the Global Digital Compact. And the unofficial word is that all three of those documents have been submitted to what they call the silence procedure, meaning they thought they had reached an agreement and they sent it back to their governments, for a 3-day period to look it over. And all three were rejected by some nation. They didn't specify which nations. And on some of the documents, they specified, which items were still being debated. So, they're going to be burning the midnight oil trying to identify, whether or not they can reach consensus, because they don't like to have a debate on the floor. They don't like to negotiate or have a vote even. They just want to be able to present these declarations to the General Assembly and say, everybody's good, right? Okay, great, boom, passed it. And so it remains to be seen, very especially the Global Digital Compact. If I was a betting man and I said, hey, where do you want to look to see how this is going to have an impact on your future with artificial intelligence and data collection and social credit systems, that they're not saying really very clearly that the powers that be shall not use data collection to abuse the people, right? I can't find those words in there anywhere, and that's really the problem. Yes, collect all this data, use artificial intelligence, make sure all of the people around the world can be abused by this system. I don't believe at this point that there's adequate protections for our rights. They use the word rights all over it. But the concern is, the data and the data collection and the use of it and the manipulation of it is going to be written into an international agreement. And I don't believe that the rights of the people are really going to be protected, because it, sure doesn't look like people are paying attention to that as much as they should.
Is anybody in our own government, in Congress, paying attention to this, James, as far as you know?
I doubt it at this point. And so, the problems with government in general is, they don't listen to we the people, they listen to people in business. And the profits to be made in the digital space are ginormous. And if they're trying to protect anything, they're trying to protect the profits of these global corporations.
Yeah, you would think a guy like Rand Paul or maybe a Thomas Massey character might be engaged with this, but maybe not, huh?
Well, I like how you use the phrase character. The theatrical production does have a lot of characters in it. And Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, they're
Yeah.
going to be influenced or impacted by this, but it's far more likely that their wishes are the ones that are going to be listened to, not the needs of we the people.
Well, Zuckerberg came out yesterday pretty strong against the mRNA concoction. So I was a little shocked, a little too late, but anyway, maybe there's a little glimmer of hope there. James, anything else for us?
No, just encouraging everyone to pay attention amongst all the distractions. These
Yeah.
organizations just continue to do what they do best, which is build bureaucracy and make rules that apply to us but not to them.
Yeah, and obfuscate. They do that a lot. They obfuscate. All right, James Roguski, thank you for the update, sir. We'll look forward to the next one, and we'll see you post debate. We'll get your opinion on what happens tonight.
Thank you, Dave.